Welcome to Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum.
I'm Marcus Richardson.
And I'm Nathan Hicken.
And the Scrambled Gallery, unfortunately, hasn't had any eggs yet, which is deeply upsetting to most people.
I've been waiting for that.
I really do think that my next one needs to be the poached exhibit, just for the sake of completing the set of egg types.
Oh, but there's so many good eggs. 'Cause you have hard-boiled, you have scrambled, poached is a great one, deviled. I mean, there's a lot you could do with that.
There's a ton.
It's Dante's Inferno, and I have to go through the 9 circles of hell.
I mean, also, it's a pretty dope name for murder mystery to say a murder in hell, right? Like,
yeah,
that'd be really good.
Oh my gosh.
There's an imposter angel among them. That'd be pretty cool. What's your name? Michael. Okay.
Just gotta take holy water around and see which one doesn't flinch.
Perfect.
Sorry, I've been watching Supernatural recently, so.
Right on. Well, where you are now is in a public park.
Aww.
And the sun is setting, but it is scorching outside. But apparently the show still must go on because there is a stage here in the park.
Ooh.
Kind of a concrete pavilion that is shaded. The audience, however, is not under a shaded patio, and most of the audience are in lawn chairs and they're shaded with their own umbrellas, though a few unfortunate members of the audience did not come prepared.
Alas.
And on stage, you recognize a black-haired woman.
Yes.
And she monologues. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have left to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind. Obviously, I have very little skill in this, but to be clear, it's worse.
I was going to ask if it was not as good as previous black-haired woman performances.
Yeah, the lines feel a lot more stilted. It feels like you can hear the iambic pentameter in a way that you don't think you're supposed to hear it. The fairy lands by not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my... etc.
Interesting. Okay. Imposter. Watson, can you tell me what play this is?
That sounds like a monologue from Titania.
From what? From which one?
From the character Titania. I would have assumed that a well-read individual such as yourself would need more information than that, but
yes,
I suppose...
No. Midsummer's Night Dream. I got it.
That would be correct, yes.
Heck yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I need to go inspect the bodies again. Okay, I want to... For all intents and purposes, does this look like the previous Phoebe and the dead woman?
This lady has the same colored hair, the same complexion, the same kind of pursed lips that you've seen in almost every single scenario. It's difficult to say if there's anything different. If there are specific things you'd like to look for, I can definitely tell you.
Does she look like the sort of girl to be able to skip a rung on the monkey bars?
Interesting.
Dang. Okay, this is tricky too because I can't interrogate anyone directly. I can't be like, I think you're Joanna. Oh, okay. Is there a playbill around or anyone else in the audience that is focused in?
You see in the audience, you see the man with the tight-necked shirt. Looks like Emmanuel is watching this performance.
Does he look happy?
He is sweating, and his hand is on his forehead a little bit as he watches.
He's guilty. Got him. We got him.
There's also some stagehand that is manning a spotlight. It's pretty unnecessary considering how bright it is with the sun in the face of most of these people.
Do I recognize the stagehand?
No.
Okay.
No one of import.
Crossing them out.
Why did I mention them, you ask? Not even I know.
Ambiance.
Yes.
I need to pick something up. Okay. Is there anything around Emmanuel that I can pickpocket from him?
Not that you see. No.
Okay. Anything on the ground? Discarded playbill, garbage.
There are some umbrellas. You can't grab any of those. You try.
Dang. Can I go around the back of the pavilion?
You walk around the back of the pavilion, and suddenly you're back in the murder museum.
Oh, dang it. Oh, okay, Watson, I want to go back in.
What, you forgot something?
Yeah, I haven't collected something from it yet.
You're an odd one.
He lets you back in, and the fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order. And so on.
Oh boy. Get to listen to this one more time. Okay. Can I walk on stage?
Yes, but
Nothing.
there's no props.
Okay. Anything in the crowd?
There's the stagehand with the spotlight. There is the people watching the performance
Okay.
with the umbrellas.
Can I touch the light?
It is hot to the touch.
But I can touch it.
Yes, it is about 2 feet by 2 feet.
Watson, look away. I grab it.
You do. You have a spotlight.
Okay, it wasn't important. I feel like I'm collecting the mini kits in like a Lego game.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
This quest that you're doing screams optional.
But I can't 100% the game unless I collect everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah,
Going for 100% run of Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum.
absolutely. Okay. Now we can leave Watson. Okay.
Sometimes my harumphs become just bebebes.
Okay, so back in the museum, the backstage area wasn't outdoors, correct?
It was indoors. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something happened. They made this performance outdoors, which is interesting. So I assume the order is office, and then backstage, and then park, because I'm assuming that Gemma's already left. I assume that Gemma does eventually leave, even though Sarah gets kicked out because she ends up in Korea. She's always wanted to travel. Okay, I'm going to leave the airport for last because, I don't know, that seems fun. Let's go to the house.
The house. You are standing in front of a moderate-sized house, one that you haven't recognized from any of the scenarios. The other houses around it are decorated with witches, styrofoam gravestones, inflatable minions for some reason.
Yes.
This house just has a scarecrow with a donkey mask on it,
Midsummer's Night Dream.
which is a little more unsettling than having nothing at all, and a little more disturbing than any of the others around it. The porch light is off, and you do see some little kids in costumes walking the street. You also see a bald man with a sharp jaw and freckles walk up to this door and knock. No candy, sorry. The man speaks. Gemma, please open up. Who is it? It's Reese. I know you recognize my voice, Gemma. You hear the door unlock, and the woman with short black hair answers, wearing a tank top and sweatpants. Not even a candy bowl, he says jokingly. Some kid must have stole it. Oh, look, I just want you to be honest with me. Did Georgia send you?
What?
Who's Georgia? She's my sister. When I saw her last, she tore me a new one. About what? It's complicated, family stuff. She opens up the door a little bit wider. Look, we never talked after the breakup. I wanted to see if you're okay. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't leave the theater when it happened. You seemed the type that would run away, but you seem so different now. I never see you drink. I feel like you treat people better. So you came on Halloween? I didn't realize it was Halloween. Her phone starts ringing. She looks down at it and seems worried. Sure, we can talk later, Rice, but maybe another time. She closes the door and the scene freezes.
Okay, so Reese came to visit Gemma on Halloween. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Gemma broke up. Was it with Reese? Was that what he was implying? Like about we never talked about the breakup. Was he implying that the breakup was with him? Could be. Gemma broke up with Reese or someone else, and then afterwards, she got her sister to step in for her while she went to Korea. Because this is Halloween, and I assume it's the same Halloween that we saw the dead body in. But she said Georgia. So there's Georgia, Joanna, and Gemma. Are there triplets, not twins? We've never heard Georgia before. Or is Georgia Gemma? Is Gemma short for Georgia? What? Okay, another sister. He also mentioned that Joanna doesn't drink anymore, but we know that that Gemma doesn't drink anymore, but we know that whoever was in the apartment does drink because they have a whole wine rack there. So, again, I'm guessing this is a different sister. This is Joanna, and Gemma is actually in Korea. She, for whatever reason, is having Joanna double as her for the performance. I don't know, under her name, which is weird. She doesn't want anyone to know that she's actually left the country. She gets a phone call too, which is probably about her dead sister. Okay. Those are my thoughts. Can I touch the scarecrow?
You cannot touch the body of the scarecrow.
Can I touch the donkey head?
My, what a curious request considering my oddly worded response to your previous request. Yes, you can. Who would guess?
Woo! Not a sentence I ever thought I'd say, but...
You got yourself a donkey mask.
Heck yeah. Happy Halloween. And I'm assuming that she got this donkey mask from the Midsummer's Night Dream. And if that was summer, which looked like it, because it was hot outside. Okay. I think I've seen enough, Watson. Let's skidoo.
Skidoo, you do.
I hope you're piecing it together. We don't have very many more of these scenes.
According to my count, we only have 2, which is worrying. Okay.
We better hope that these have some foundational information, and you just happen to leave them for last.
Yes. My plan the whole time. And on that note, let's head over to the cafe.
The cafe. A lady with short black hair and dangling hoop earrings is sitting at an umbrella patio table at a cafe, alone. Her knee is bouncing under the table, and a waiter is taking her order. We don't have any Coke, but we have a selection of specialty cocktails. Just water, then. I don't drink. Once the waiter leaves, she pulls out her phone and furiously dials someone. They pick up, but you can only hear her side of the dialogue. What are you doing? I was just at the matinee of A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and I couldn't help but notice you weren't there. What? What do you think you're offering Joanna? She's a pushover. She'll give you a life jacket even if it meant she would drown. You're taking advantage of her again. She hangs up the phone and screams in frustration.
Okay. So, Gemma has hired her sister, Joanna, or not hired, asked her sister, Joanna, to take care of the matinee of Midsummer's Night's Dream for her. Her other sister, Georgia, is hacked about this. Georgia doesn't drink, so we know Georgia isn't the one in Korea, because the one in Korea, I assume, is Gemma, because she has the alcohol and everything. So again, I'm assuming there's 3 sisters, triplets at this point, even though they said twins, but secretly triplet. But no one knows about this, which is wild, except for Maruna. So Gemma goes to Korea. Her sister Joanna takes care of the matinee. Other sister Georgia's like, what the heck is going on? That's not you. Goes to her house, can't find anything, and is staying at her house pretending to be her because they can't find Gemma anywhere. And she's the one who answers the door with Reese. Oh, this is so messy. Okay, I want to hop out and hop back in and hear that phone conversation one more time.
What are you doing? I was just at the matinee of A Midsummer's Night Dream, and I couldn't help but notice that you weren't there. What? What do you think you're offering Joanna? She's a pushover. She'd give you a life jacket even if it meant she'd drown. You're taking advantage of her again. And she hangs up.
Okay. I feel pretty confident in my conclusion there. But the why? All right, time to start pilfering. Can I pick anything up off the table?
She hasn't received her order yet, so there's nothing on the table to pick up.
Can I grab the phone?
No, you cannot.
Can I grab the umbrella?
It's a pretty big one.
Heck yeah. Okay. And we know this is after the park. Really quick, if I go back to the park, can I look around in the audience for a black-haired woman?
You look around the audience, and you spot a black-haired woman.
Ah, haha. Okay, so that was the matinee performance. Golly. Okay, I think it's time.
There is a bit of an inconsistency here, which is I said sunset, and matinee usually means an earlier showing. So we can retcon whichever way makes more sense. But I acknowledge there's a slight contradiction here. Ignore it.
I was ready to just roll with it. So the matinee went really long. They took a 2-hour break.
Yeah. Hey, Shakespeare does go long.
Exactly. Especially when your lead actress is not as good as she usually is.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm ready to skidoo into the final portrait.
Where are you going to put that umbrella?
Oh, I suppose I'll set it down.
Into the airport. You see a woman with short black hair in a tank top. You can see that her shoulder has a tattoo on it that says, "To thine own self be true." She has headphones around her neck, and she's pulling a very large suitcase behind her. She's also rubbing her neck and muttering something about a 10-hour flight. And she gets a call on her phone, and she answers. And you can only hear her side of the conversation. "I just landed. What's up?" "What do you mean?" "Oh, that. Listen, it's a win-win. That's what sisters should do. Listen, I couldn't break my acting contract, but I just needed to get away. I wanted to travel, okay? Just get away from it all." She agreed to this, you know. She lives her dream. I get to travel. We split the money. It's a win-win. Hello?
Heck yes, you just got the other half of the conversation. Okay, awesome. See, there's good order to this. So, this is Gemma. This is for sure Gemma. Gemma has a tattoo on her shoulder, which is good to know. Oh, gosh, I couldn't touch the body in the loft, so I couldn't check for a tattoo there. I might go back there. Okay, so Gemma was looking for a way to break her contract. So she had her sister Joanna fill in for her because they're twins. They look like her. But there's another one, a triplet, Georgia, who went to the matinee and discovered that Gemma put Joanna up to being her in the show because she wanted to travel and she couldn't break her contract. That's why Gemma tried to throw Sarah under the bus. She wanted a reason to break her contract, and she thought that Emmanuel wouldn't go for firing Sarah, but he does fire Sarah, and so she's stuck with the contract again. So, thus. But who killed Gemma? Has to be someone who knows about the siblings switcheroo, and knows that she's actually in Korea. It's implied that Miruna knows, the one who threatened them, knows that the jig is up. Yes. Okay. All right, time to find something in this exhibit. Can I touch the luggage?
Nope.
Um,
This whole item thing is really funny because it's just, can I do this? No. Can I do this? No. Can I do this? You found it. But I love it. I love it. I just think it's funny. That's the game we get to play.
Can I touch her phone?
Nope.
Is she holding her passport or ticket or anything?
No, she is rubbing her neck as if her neck hurts. She's wearing headphones around her neck.
Can I grab those headphones?
You can grab those headphones. I'll say that they don't look like they're really her style. They look really like gamer-y, RGB. Everything else with her is like light pastels, very fashionable.
So she acquired these from someone. I wonder if she asked Joanna to borrow her headphones. Okay. And can I see signs in Korean? Is this Korea?
Yes. Yeah, you get that vibe.
Okay. All right, Watson, let's skidoo out of here and see if we can figure out an order.
Yes, you've got all the pieces. The question now is, can you put them in the correct order?
I know you, dear reader. I know you're an intelligent, astute patron of the arts, and I know the big question on your mind. Mr. Canill, if you hate Starfoam Theatre so much, why do you keep going to their plays? I ask myself the same question. Like the grisly aftermath of a high-speed collision on the edge of a freeway, I just can't look away. But do not mistake me. I find no pleasure in my self-inflicted sentence. I am doomed to see subpar renditions of the master playwright's works till each one is, in some small way, tainted by the ineptitude of Starfoam Theatre. But for the specifics. Last-minute scheduling issues with Starfoam's stage led to A Midsummer Night's Dream being performed in Coastline Park, which was a venue so ill-fit for a performance they would have been just as well off performing in the Arby's parking lot behind the dumpster. The cries of screaming children punctuated the entire performance. Also, no one apparently had the ability, or perhaps foresight, to deactivate the park's splash pad, meaning that every 15 minutes, lawn chairs had to be moved, and the dialogue of the actors was incomprehensible under the din of water splashing on concrete. It was almost as loud as the unmistakable sound of the bard rolling in his grave. And the acting? What acting? I've met cardboard cutouts with more depth. I've seen trees less wooden. I've eaten croutons less stale. I have been accused of harsh or unfair reviews in my column. My only response to these accusations is that I have to write what I see. The unfortunate truth is what I saw here was a tragedy of errors. Oh, I must include a brief aside. Another theater critic, who shall not be named, has for the first time expressed a negative opinion in his Starfoam review. While I would normally congratulate him for stepping out of Emmanuel Hurt's pocket, he ironically has chosen to berate the only flawless detail in this performance, our beloved Ms. Gemma Sherlock. What this uncultured backwater buffoon of a critic fails to grasp is that each so-called mistake was masterfully crafted. They were intentional, creative choices, far beyond what the normal rabble would be able to perceive. What else would mark such a sharp change in her approach? Her acting, tastefully reserved. Her expressions, boldly stoic. Her diction, delightfully incomprehensible. I will defend her to the end. E. Canil, the Waveland Report.